What's going on? You're watching the Sony APS-C user. My name is Dre. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm only one subscriber away from 1,000 subscribers. So maybe you can be my 1,000th subscriber. So please hit that subscribe button for more content about Sony APS-C cameras and accessories that would help level up your Sony APS-C camera system. Now, I wanted to end this debate once and for all from a layman's perspective, from a normal person's, normal content creator's perspective. We see so many videos about this camera against that camera, and then we have these professional spec, what am I going to call them? They focus on the specs of a camera and pencil, as I like to say, pixel peepers or whatever. This, I'm just talking to you as a regular user, somebody who isn't more concerned about the specs of a camera, but more based on what it is that the camera does and will it fit my uses, right? And I am going to speak specifically about the Sony ZV-E10 and the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II. I have both these cameras, and I got the Sony ZV-E10 before it came out. I pre-ordered it when it was just announced, and then I was one of the first ones to receive this camera, the Sony ZV-E10. This camera really met and checked all my needs as far as what I needed at the time, right? 1080p video, 4K video, 1080p 120, 1080p 60. It operates as a webcam if you plug in the USB, albeit 720p, and you can get up to 4K streaming if you use a capture card like the Elgato Cam Link, which I'll leave a link in the description down below. But this camera really met all my needs. This was my driver for my live stream, I want to say for the past 3 years. Yeah, probably for the past 3-4 years. I connected this to first the A10 Mini Pro, then the OC Go Stream Deck, which I use for my live streams. Now I'm moving toward more 4K streaming through Ecamm Live. But I replaced it with, well, I didn't really replace it because I still have it, with the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II. And it led me to ask this question: did I really need to make the upgrade based on what I use it for? Now, on occasion, I get booked to do jobs and video and do podcasting and produce podcasts for clients, which I love to do, to be perfectly honest with you. But I thought to myself, I really need, if I want to level up my 4K streaming, a camera that could stream in 4K directly through the USB, which this camera does. Now, one quick pixel peep. This has a less pixels in its sensor than this camera, only by about 2. This, I think, is at 24 megapixel. This is 26 megapixels. So if you're getting it for photography, it's not really going to matter much, to be honest with you. So, but I got this camera because I really wanted to level up my streaming by using 4K as an option. And lately on my other channel, Harrison Family Values, the podcast, I've been able to stream in 4K. Now, I could have done it with this if I had a extra Elgato Cam Link. I only have one, and I'm not able to do it. And we don't have any switchers right now that's affordable that would stream at 4K. So I'm not about to break the bank, spend thousands of dollars to stream in 4K by using a 4K switcher. I have a nice 1080p switcher that works perfectly fine. But now I go directly into my MacBook Pro using Ecamm Live, and I go in through the USB, and I have one Elgato Cam Link that I connect using one of my cameras, and now I have a 4K streaming setup, 3 camera, that works perfectly fine. But the question is, that I really need to do that? Probably not. Probably not. And this camera has a lesser capacity battery than this camera. This is the Sony ZV-E10, Sony ZV-E10 Mark II. But with this camera, I get extra battery life, 4K streaming, 4K 30 and 4K 60. So I guess in a sense, it does level up my opportunity to produce better. But for my usage on live streaming, it's not going to really matter much. So I'm saying that to say this: if you're looking for a camera just to shoot YouTube videos, do podcasting, and and live streaming, you don't need to get the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II. I would save that $400. Get yourself a nice lens like this Sigma 16mm 1.4. This is the go-to. This is the lens that everybody talks about, and for good reason. Great lens if you're doing talking head videos. Crisp, quality is amazing. And I would get an Elgato Cam Link, which is like $100, instead of having to get this camera. Now, if you really want to level up and do 4K streaming, spend the extra $400, but don't cheap out on the lens. Get this lens. But if you have the means to stream and you want to do 4K, I do recommend saving the $400, because this does, now with a crop, if you use 4K with this, there will be a slight crop, so you're going to have to bring the camera back a little bit more. However, this will do 4K streaming with the Elgato Cam Link 4K, which I'll leave a link in the description. So you can save yourself money by getting this camera, the Sony ZV-E10, which is about $600 without the lens. Get this lens, which you can get for as little as $399. And if you get it used or refurbished from a reputable company like B&H or Adorama or even Amazon, you can get this for as low as like $300. So now you have a lens, you have a camera, and you have the Elgato Cam Link, which will allow you to stream in 4K for the price of just this body alone without the lens. And I think that's the deal that you would probably want to do or want to make if you are looking to get into podcasting or live streaming at a budget, in a budget. If you got the money, go for the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II. But if you really want to maximize what you can buy, I would get the Sony ZV-E10, the Sigma 16mm 1.4, and then get yourself the Elgato Cam Link. My son's coming in, so I gotta wait.
It's his favorite son in here, you know what I mean? Yeah, hold on, let me pull up the camera real quick. Man, yo, just a little cameo real quick. Feel me? His favorite son. Nah, me. I say what's up. Nah, me. We're long hair. Where he wish he could be like me. But it's cool though. I know you see the beard coming in. My beard better than his too. I mean, I'm just a favorite son. Gabriel. All right, my bad. Back to the video though.
Yeah, I gotta take him to his basketball game soon, and I thought he was gonna be out longer than this, which is why I wanted to record him. But either way, don't waste your money. Get yourself what's gonna work for you. If it's the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II, by all means, buy it. Great camera. You won't be disappointed. If it's the Sony ZV-E10, the first edition, buy it. You will not be disappointed. You will get more bang for your buck with this. However, this does come with some extra features that might be beneficial. So if you are more of a video shooter and you want to do more projects that require slow motion and 4K video, mind you, 10-bit 422, which allows you to press the colors a little bit more, because this only shoots at 8-bit, and this is the camera to get. It's totally up to you. But regardless, if you don't create great content, it doesn't matter what gear you buy and what gear you use. Focus on the content, focus on your story, focus on the topic you're going to be discussing in your podcast, and trust me, it'll grow. It'll grow. May not be fast, but people will be interested in what you have to say if you add value. And that's the most important thing. Add value to your audience. And that is all I got for you. All right, guys. Oh, using the Comica Vimo Q. It's a great option that will help you level up your podcast as well. That's about $400 though. No, about $250. So, that being said, thank you so much for watching. This is the Sony APS-C user. If you thought this video was valuable and you know somebody that could benefit from this information, please share it with them. And please hit the like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm share this video out and put it in front of others so that they can click this video and watch it as well. And please consider hitting the subscribe button, because it helps out immensely. Plus, I am one away from 1,000 subscribers on this channel. So help a brother out. All right, guys. Thank you so much. And until the next video, I'm out. Peace.